Frontios by Christopher H. Bidmead, read by Christopher H. Bidmead. Chapter 1. Refugees of Mankind. At a sign from Captain Revere, the diggers put up their picks and stood as still as the shadows on the chill rock walls. He said nothing as he knelt to collect more of the rock samples. He had been silent for days now, leaving it to Brazen, his second-in-command, to give the few necessary orders. Under the acid-green light of his phosphor lamp, he turned one of the small chippings in his hand, staring into its cloudy translucency with the narrowed eyes of a sailor seeking land on a far horizon. No one knew exactly what the captain was looking for. None of the hand-selected team of orderlies who now made their way back along the tunnel, their picks shouldered. Even Brazen did not know, although he always peered respectfully at the choicer samples the captain handed to him. Precious minerals, it was said, but whether jewels or rare metals, the captain had not found them yet. The clanking of a bucket above their heads heralded the return of the block and tackle. Brazen signalled to his men to load up the samples and watched with satisfaction as the task force he had drilled sprang into action without a murmur. Not a bad improvisation, considering the resources at his disposal. Their uniforms, though well cared for, were patched and much used, and the safety helmets that wrapped dark folds of metal about their faces had not been designed for this heavy work below ground, but for the weightless perils of space. The captain did not look up as the bucket rose and fell. He was studying the ground closely, smoothing away the surface debris. Beneath it was a strange honeycombing of the rock he had not noticed before. Brazen heard it first and turned from the bucket with a surprising speed for a man of his build. The squeal of twisting metal meant only one thing. The shoring material was caving in under the weight of rock. He shouted to the captain to get clear, throwing all his weight against the bulging platework. But the captain lent his own lean shoulders to the work, and for the first time for days barked an order, "Clear the area!" Lives were precious on Frontios. These few orderlies were the planet's future. But the plate had already cracked. Through the wound burst a spillage of debris dark as blood. Before Brazen realized it was out of control, the plate had split from top to bottom with a sound like gunshot, hurling him across the cave. From the hole in the roof, the orderlies stared down through the swirls of dust, frozen in terror. As its
sample complete. Ready to continue?